Ladies and gentlemen, returning to YouTube, the ever-popular Australian watch authority, Time+Tide.
It's time to take a trip up Montblanc. Now, there are 3 collections that have been released this year across the Star Legacy, the 1858, and the Heritage collections. And I'd like to start with the 1858 because the Geospheres model is, in my opinion, the most successful and most characterful of recent Montblanc releases. It is something of a call to adventure in the way this watch comes together. It has, obviously, it's a large watch. It has a busy dial in the sense that there are things happening, and yet it does have, for me, this simple masculine power. We've seen several variations over the years, all of them in this rustic masculine type of world where we had moss green dials, we had a bronze on a bund strap, and now we have what many argue is always the best variation, a blue dial. Now, this isn't just a standard uniform blue. We have a blue that is graduated from black at the fringes to a lighter blue in the center, which again, with that call to adventure that the watch seems to have to me and others, it evokes a night sky. It has that sort of that sense of blue deepening as you get closer to the horizon. Now, this watch comes on a blue leather strap with contrast stitching or on a steel and titanium beads of rice strap. Next up is the Montblanc Heritage Collection, and I've been a little greedy here because I probably should have spread my 3 choices over the 3 collections, including Star Legacy, but I'm going to pick 2 from the Heritage Collection because I think that there's certainly one line extension that everyone's been craving, which is that Salmon dial Heritage model now receiving a chronograph treatment, and not just any chronograph, in appropriate vintage style. This is a mono-pusher bicompax chronograph, which looks the part, and I think it's the perfect way to extend on an on-trend dial colour that, again, suits this sort of masculine heritage type of world that this collection's all about. The third model is none of those things. It is just, for me, I keep looking at this watch because it strikes an Australian tone. It's green and gold, but it's also the tones of this very lush forest green and then an unapologetic yellow gold. You know, there are lots of variations of green and gold. We've seen a Rolex day date, which is very much an olive and a rose gold. This is not those things. It's primary. It's bold, and yet it's also, again, that classic refined heritage style. So Montblanc has knocked it out of the park with those 2. And you can discover the Star Legacy on Time+Tide over the year, but they're my 3 picks from this collection.